Isolation is defined as the state of being in a place or situation that is separate from others. Recent studies have found that social isolation can significantly increase an individual's risk of premature death, a risk that may rival the long-term impacts of smoking, obesity, and physical inactivity. Good morning, my name is Elise Weiser, and today I will be discussing loneliness and isolation in society, which leads me to my research question, which is, to what extent does loneliness and isolation lead individuals to seek out alternative means of social connection within society? My response to this question is that overall, a lack of social connection and prolonged loneliness can lead individuals to seek out alternative means of connection in society in order to feel a sense of belonging. Individuals may seek connection through television, robots, and even through the food that they consume. In the story, Through the Tunnel by Doris Lessing, the author introduces the story of a young boy who practices holding his breath for a prolonged period of time. He does this because earlier in the day, he saw a group of boys doing the same thing, and he wanted to feel a sense of connection and belonging within their group. The desire to fit in and feel accepted is a strong emotion that is a driving factor in many individuals' lives. One way individuals may seek connection is through the world of online gaming. University students are constantly looking to socialize as they aim to complete the process of their own personal development. However, adjusting to a completely new life and environment can make it challenging for students to develop meaningful connections with their peers. As a result, some individuals may seek social connection in the world of online gaming. As Batmats, a guidance counselor at a university in Turkey, states, until recently, students have been able to socialize through traditional games on the street or even in other environments. However, these games have now shifted over to the virtual environment. The opportunity for social interaction is now provided through phones, consoles, and computers. That has also found that around 72% of adolescents play online games every day, and more than half of these individuals make friends within the game environment. As seen in this graph from the new Social Media Index survey, it recorded the percent of U.S. adults that are lonely across social media platforms. Out of this survey, 44% admitted to using online gaming as a way to seek social connection. This model shows the self-determination theory. The self-determination theory states that an individual's behavior is driven by three main factors: autonomy, competence, and relatedness. Relatedness is the need to feel connected to others. As shown in this graph, when someone is lonely and in need of social interaction, they may turn to the world of online gaming in order to fill this void in their life. Another way individuals may seek connection is through technology and robots. Initially, robots were created with the sole purpose of eliminating hazardous jobs for humans. However, as technology has evolved, robots started to be used for a different purpose: social connection and human companionship. In this photo on the right, it shows the Kismet robot. It is able to engage in natural face-to-face conversations with humans. It's equipped with 15 degrees of freedom, which allows it to display facial expressions such as happiness, fear, surprise, and anger. One reason that a person may turn to a robot for human companionship is a robot will never leave them, they will always listen to their stories and problems, and they are always there to hang out. The use of robot companionship is especially convenient for the elderly community, who may find it more challenging to leave their home. They may turn to technology and television as a form of connection rather than face-to-face human interaction. Care TV is a technological advancement that allows its users to interact with carers, family, and friends. Researchers from a University of Applied Sciences asked residents living in an assisted living facility to participate in a study to test the true effects of Care TV on overall feelings of loneliness. In this graph, the dark gray line represents the beginning of the study, and the light gray represents the end of the study. As you can see, by the end of the study, members of the assisted living facility reported a significant decrease in overall feelings of loneliness. Lastly, individuals may attempt to seek connection through the food that they consume. The blue dot right here represents the ventral striatum, and it is a part of the brain that is linked with the desire to eat and other rewarding stimuli. However, recently it has been found to contribute to the desire for social craving when an individual is lonely. Essentially, this area of the brain is able to track one's hunger as well as a person's hunger for connection. In this quote from a professor at the University of Pittsburgh, it states, "In the same way, when an individual shows enhanced sensitivity to food cues and a greater desire to eat when hungry, individuals may also show enhanced sensitivity to social cues and a greater desire to affiliate when lonely. As a result, when an individual is lacking a sense of connection within society, they may turn to food to satisfy this hunger and craving that they are feeling." which leads me to my resolution and impacts. Loneliness is associated with an increase in stress and an increased risk of mental health problems, such as depression, anxiety, low self-esteem, and sleep problems. Loneliness is a driving factor in an individual's life, and a lack of social connection can lead individuals to seek a sense of connection and belonging wherever they may find it. This is my works cited. Thank you.
All right, 2 questions for you, Elise. What information did you need before you began your research, and how'd that shape your research as you went along?
Before I began my research, I needed to identify how loneliness impacts different age groups, because a person in the elderly community may feel loneliness a lot differently than someone who's a teenager or someone who's in school right now. And this can lead them, they may seek connection in different ways based on how they're feeling.
Okay, and what additional questions popped up as you worked your way through all your research?
Some questions that popped up was how does loneliness impact people in the long run, and how long does these alternative means of connection really help people eliminate their sense of loneliness?